I beat the Q monster again today. Let's get it. Yeah, last we left off, my internet cut out in like the middle of this cutscene, so hopefully it replays. We'll see. All right, what's up, Rob? Oh, it does replay. Bless. That means I'll probably go over the dialogue again after I stop the auto shift. Ah, the Wanderers return. Been busy breaking down the tower and reducing the keys to restore the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warding skills of yours are what made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Aymeric be leading the contingent? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we have seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for long, lest our defense efforts fall into disarray. Just between us, there's a fair amount of opposition for the formation of the Ilsabard contingent. The very suggestion that we send some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto the Guardians has made us rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. Sadly not. I do my best, truth be told. I'd much rather be at your side, charging to the fray. Alas, a bell's my own to fight. The words may serve me better than a blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Aymeric struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is peace of mind from knowing Orsi is in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilsabard, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you. Thank both of you. We meet again. Ah, it's Gaius! Much has occurred since we parted ways in Werlet. From what I gather, the protective talismans you attain led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My contribution on this occasion is a minor one, that being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. So you're not coming with us? Strange, I thought you'd have a stake in this. I do. The Telephorai have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering... Oh, accused, sorry. No. Yeah, I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. If I to travel with the Ilsabard contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of the former legatus and attempt to raise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Whether I am branded a villain or held as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. You would deliver your people from harm in your stead. Leave it to me, dude. Leave it to me, bro. For what it's worth, you have my gratitude. You and your comrades have the strength and courage to deliver my countrymen. I'm certain of it. In light of Gaius' rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. I may have defected for political reasons. My love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? I don't need an escort. I can blast my way through. Okay. Might even bump into an old acquaintance or two. But I'll see you again ere you depart. May the Fury guide and protect you. All of you. Nice. It's here. Homie? Hello? Where's the homie? Best of the best. And I get question mark for it. The members of Ilsabard contingent are gathered in the royal palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you're ready. The remaining members of the Scions, your friends, and most of the Ilsabard contingent await you within. Would you like me to see you through to the royal palace? Da, 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 da. Voice actor?
By by the 12.
Yes, it is. Oh, shit. Hey! We got the whole ass army.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsabard contingent.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Lucia.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company.
Ooh.
Everyone! If I may have your attention.
Da, da, ba, ba, da, da. Invasion begins.
Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must. I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation, here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer. We shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort.
Okay.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Wait, I know you.
I know you. You owe me money, you bitch.
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten.
I forgot.
Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hilfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do.
Hell yeah, we're gonna get that shit. Zero mistakes.
Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy.
Okay.
Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest. If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow.
Don't worry, we'll just blow
That's
him
where
up.
we come in. Naturally, Marshal Terrapin and I will be leading from the front.
been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction. With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us.
Here comes the giant fist!
And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilsabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission.
Yeah, we got
Their knowledge
guns.
of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa.
Ooh, we got some. Got the whole fucking. We got the
There is
cohesive unit.
another awaiting introduction.
Lord Emanolaine!
Ah, yes. Emanolaine de Forton, at your service.
The fourth tone.
Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that.
Aha.
But should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
Wow. Your graceful prancing lead the way to victory.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honoroa with my tales of daring-do.
That's not how I thought that was said.
Concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
I no idea what that's supposed to mean.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Oh no. Wow. Now this is the whole squad.
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as the steppe is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Okay.
So you had to know. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy.
Not today. Today, we add them to the
But after
fold.
seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people.
Exactly.
No different from you or I.
There's people.
They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, an Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders.
Fucking Cid. Fucking Cid.
Gaius bloody Baelsar himself is working to help rebuild Wurlid, a nation he once conquered. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help.
We're friends.
Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place.
Where's the flower? Where's the flower? I want to know what color it is.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy.
Aye.
To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garland Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us, so it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed.
Damn.
Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
Good, because the only option is success. Best believe that shit. Best believe that shit. No hesitation. We go. Besides the delegates assembled here, the Maja and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate of Ilsabard. It would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Celephoroi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea. Their eagerness to do more has been noted. If you shall have to suffice, and we embark, we must distribute the warding scales to our comrades. Care to do the honors? I have to talk to everybody. I was kidding. Yes? Here you go. So these are the famed warding scales. Not for me and my men, I see. Under normal circumstances, I would not be allowed to travel outside the 12's wood. The Elder Seedseer, however, has granted me special permission. She has bid me lend my magic to the people of Garlemald while learning all I can of their ways. In so doing, I will come closer to understanding myself and my place in the world, or so she says. I say this past time our allies benefited from the power of the Seedseer's disposal. Some bemoan that we hide our light under a bushel, and I intend to address that criticism. Hey, you got something for us, baby? Them scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, ain't they? Reckon they'll be worth a guild or two when all this is over. We'll hold on to them for now. And one more thing. I know what you're all thinking, but then they send Eisenar instead. Look at if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Pilfer told me that they needed someone to help safeguard the future. Here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what kind of pyre it is on dry land, middle of sodden snow of all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever it needs. Let's set sail. However the saying goes on airships. It's a set of warding scales I spy. Not that I would know what they'd look like. Exactly. The fuck kind of weird shit is that? Wow, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with aether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves. At the right turns? Anyway, they'll give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves the other mountains and whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. Well, only one way to find out, huh? And nervous or not, I've marched through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. Yeah, let's go get him. Warding scales to the Ishgard delegation, I take it? Absolutely. Many thanks. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald, sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secret I was supposed to be sealing. And now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. That is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Aymeric. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. The future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. Formidable. Where it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. This guy's doing squad leading. The talismans. We had to keep these close at all times, yes? I'll see that no one misplaces theirs. Before I forget, I have a message from Hian. In distant lands, in times of strife, together, stand. Together, fight. In darkness shines the light of life. Hope I've done his words justice. Doma, like much of Arthur, has been plagued by the towers. Yet, while he could not be here, he wished to express his shared conviction. He and Yugiri labor without rest to unite the people. And with their aid, we will keep the enemy at bay. We of the Steppe and the Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. You have a warding cell for me too? Here you go. Thank you for this. And for going to such incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice if I may. We've been told by many to wear the cold of Ilsabard, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token of warning. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild. But understand that they are no substitute for proper protection. I'll leave the provisioning of said protection to your discretion. Let's proceed to the Alamigan Quarter. While you make your final preparations, I will have the plots ready, the airships. Everybody bring your fucking thermal leggings, dude. Your heavy ass coats. Okay, cool. So last chance to make ready before we set forth. We didn't worry about Ordiarn J and I. We still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Stinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, since he spent a bit of time up north recently as well. I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Ren Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put a fine point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something more to my liking. Hark, is that the cry of the Scions in need of a tailor, I see? But how? I have my ways, so yes indeed. You thought you could sneak off to Ilsabard without telling me? Nothing escapes my notice. Like a Dr. Rio. Now you will wear these garments I have made for you, whether you like it or not. I won't. Never cease to amaze. Why do you need new outfits as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion, rather the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? I'd say I have one other thing to share. Emerigus and Volmwilde have finally returned from Simonson, faraway lands. They'll be staying at the Rising Stones for a while, keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. They'll be running things back at headquarters. I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlian. Oh, why not? Keep Cruel company in the Baldesian Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there. And I heard Amerigus and Volmwilde did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stones, we have nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless is in a position to transport your souls to another world. If anything similarly disastrous were to happen, I'll be positioned to do something about it. Anyway, got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Charlian. I really do hope the new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, better than pray for your safe return, which I will, every day. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. Time to see what the coat looked like. It better be like regal. Alright, that shit better flow. Try on. Ooh. Ooh. It does look quite warm. It does look quite warm. My chest. Two chest piece. Don't mind if I do. Nice. A frosty reception. I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. All right, this is where we go our separate ways. You be careful, won't you? Oh, this is the